Alright guys, and welcome back to Amateur League Football, and today Daily are back at the Riverside in the pouring rain in our cup game against Premier League team West Kilbride. So let's get into the starting 11. So there is no Wellesley, Wally Bird or Gouty this week, so we do have Davy in nets, Andy Tank centre back, Stevie right back, Robbie left back, Grant, Muzz and Maxley make up the middle three, Michael on the right, Hendy on the left and Taylor, lone striker up front. 5 subs to have Connor, Wally Mick, Hedgie, Rab and Sandy. Let's get into the game. So Daly in our brand new kits, first time wearing them as Andy does punt it up, West Kilbride defender does pass it but Hendy does get there in front of him, Stevie Brown does hit the wall with a free kick and it does go out for a corner, Michael swings in the corner and Muzz is there. He probably should have got better contact on that, but it was unlucky as Stevie does play it down the wing to Muzz. Muzz does hold on to it a bit, does pass it back to Stevie, Stevie gives it back to Muzz, Muzz swings in, actually a really good cross, but the West Kilbride defender does head out for a corner, does get played to Hendy from the corner, does take a touch by his man, does hit the shot but he places that well over the bar and he probably should have done better with that, but Stevie does give it down the wing to Michael, Michael does take a touch inside, gives it to Muzz, Muzz gives it back to him and then Michael does do a Rabona. I just had to put that in because not often you get a Rabona. And there it is again in slow motion, it actually went to his man. But West Kilbride in the attack now is I think that's the right back, does give it in the middle to number 6. Number 6 gives it back to the right back, it does play it in the middle to 7. Hits the first time shot but not very good. But that was West Kilbride's goal. It was actually a good finish but I never got it because it actually came from nothing. Daly had the ball and from a throw in they just gave it away. And it was a terrible goal to lose, but it was a good finish by West Kilbride, I'll give him that. But Robbie does smash it into the middle, and Maxie does take a touch onto his left, does shoot, it's blocked, but he does get the rebound, and he does sideways volley that into the corner. Good finish, and Sandy. Come on! So Maxie actually said he mishit that shot, but Davey did save a one-on-one. I didn't really get it, but here's a slow-mo, as you can kind of see it. It wasn't the best of finishes from their number 9, who's actually a good player, as they do swing a ball in, and their number 17 should have scored that back post header. And here it is actually the celebrations for the second goal. Once again, it came from nothing. It was like a muck-up between the defence and keeper, so I wasn't recording because it just came from nothing, as Taylor's going off for Wally Mick. And I'm sorry I didn't get the first 2 West Kilbride goals, but anyway, back into the game. Their number 10 does hold off the defender, as their number 9 does get the ball on the wing. He does cut inside of Stevie Brown, he just shrug him off and he does play it out on the right back to number 2, does play it through, and Daly are calling it for an offside, but their number 9 goes through, shoots, Davy saves it, and their number 6 follows up on the rebound, and West Kilbride are up 3-1. And I'm just going to show here that it wasn't actually offside. As you can see, when the number 2 played it, that guy that's circled is the guy who ran onto it. So as you can see, that is the guy who's circled, number 9, and it wasn't offside because the whole back line were keeping him onside. But Wally Mick on the wing on the far side does get by his man because he's got pace for days. He could literally run for Scotland as he does get a free kick, and Hendy over the free kick, he does whip it in, and that was a appeals for handball but actually hit the post. And I'm going to stop it here again. It's hard to see, but that kind of looks like as if it's hitting his hand. I don't know if it was in the box or not, but anyway, I think that was actually a good save by the keeper. But Stevie is going off now for Connor Davidson, as our number 10 does shrug off Andy and he does smash it. Good save by Davey, gets us in the game because that would have been 4-1 and game done. But Davey does come out for the punch from the corner, he does fall to Sandy and he does play it inside the Tank. Tank runs away and Tank does keep running onwards past the halfway line into the opponent's half. Brilliant ball through to Muzz as he does, I don't actually know, I thought he went to hit it and he mishit the ball, but I don't know, he cut inside I think and the keeper came sliding in and he finished it open net. It ended up being, because that's what he said. That's 3-2 to West Kilbride now, so Daly are back in the game as their number 17 are on the wing, cuts inside on Hedgie, does shoot but good block by Andy as they do have a corner now. They swing it in and their number 8 does header it. It was a good header but Hedgie was on the post and that's why I have a man on the post, and Robbie is actually going off for Connor Davidson, so it wasn't actually Stevie that went off for Connor Davidson, it was someone else. I think it was Hedgie, but Andy Robertson does play it through to Hedgie now on the ball, who was the second sub, and he does keep running with it. He does play it down the wing to Muzz. Muzz does swing it in first time to Michael and so that goal was actually like in the last 5 minutes, as that is now full time, end of the 90 minutes, but this is a cup match, so extra time and if necessary, penalties. As West Kilbride is on the attack, their number 16 does shoot, and he probably should have done better with the shot. He kind of scuffed it, but it was a simple save for Davy, as their two centre backs do have a muck up. As Muzz is onto it, he does shoot, maybe should have played through Sandy, but it did go just wide, unlucky there. And here's the final sub for Daly, as Andy is coming off for Rab. Andy was actually had a wee knock, so he couldn't really play any longer. As Grant maybe should have scored for the header. In fact, I'm saying maybe too much, but he probably should have scored there. As Muzz does play it on the wing to Michael. Michael does swing it in first time to Maxi, and look at that for a collision. Both players were hurt. I don't actually know what the keeper was like, but this was Maxi after the match. He did want me to take a picture of him. Look at that. That was his left shoulder. That was from the keeper's studs. Obviously the keeper didn't intend to hurt him. It was just his studs caught him in the shoulder. As David does throw it to Michael. Michael does try the long ball for Maxi, and Maxi kind of just takes that guy out. So there's a lot of people getting hurt in this game. It was quite a physically demanding game, you know, as their player was down. He eventually got back up, I think. But anyway, Hedgie on the attack now, as he does get tackled, and quote from him, it hit him in the stains, but Michael does have it, does shoot, and as you can see, Hedgie is kind of holding his stains, you know, as you can see from, you can't really see very well, but it did kind of hit him in the stains. But Maxi does try and run through, but he does pull up, and this was really hard for him, because think about it, he got studded right in the shoulder, he had a massive collision, and then he's running for 2 hours. I mean, it's just mental, man, innit? And that is full time of extra time, so penalties is necessary. And Daly, for as long as I've been watching them, have not won a penalty shootout. So West Kilbride did hit first, they did score. Tank steps up, did score, so one each. Now as number 10 steps up for West Kilbride, he does score. Davy dived quite a bit early there, but Michael up now, and the keeper got a fingertip to that, but that did go into the bottom corner, so that's 2 each now, as West Kilbride number 16 does step up. Once again, I thought Davy dived quite early, but anyway, Muzz is next to hit one for Daly, and he'll slot that one home, sends the keeper the wrong way, and that's 3 each now. West Kilbride number 11 does step up, and he does score. It was actually a really good penalty. Davy had no chance, but Willie McNow for Daly, as he does score also. That is a 100% conversion rate so far, 8 penalties out of 8 scored. Number 4 for West Kilbride does step up, and he just slot that one into the side net, and good penalty there. And Sandy now does slot that one home once again. That's 5 each, proper sudden death now, as number 17 West Kilbride does slot that one home, sends Davy the wrong way, and Rab McNeely does step up, and once again side netting, good penalty by him. That is 6 each. This keeps going on, and West Kilbride's number 15 does put that one into the corner. That's 7-6 to West Kilbride. Grant now steps up, does score. All these penalties mean everything. It's so intense now. I ended up shaking a wee bit, and West Kilbride number 2 does score. Penalty, like, who isn't missing. Hedgie does step up, score. 8 each now. It's getting more and more intense. It's coming down to the keepers, as the keeper does score for West Kilbride, and now for Daly is Connor. Connor does score, and now for West Kilbride it is number 8, and West Kilbride's number 8 does miss. Davy saves that, first save, first miss, and that was the 19th penalty. Like, that's crazy, man. But Davy does step up, just saved one, and really score one. So Daly are through to the next round of the Ayrshire Cup, and it was such a tense game. It was a really good game, like, well fought by both teams, and it literally came down to the last kick of the ball. So good luck to West Kilbride in their future games, and Daly, I do believe, are against another Premiership team in this same cup next week, so look forward to that. Hopefully it's as tense as this game was today. But anyway, if you guys did like this video, then please do leave a like, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.